my makeup routine. I wanted to show you my routine. I like to do my makeup glowy, but also pretty minimal. I remember in middle school, I started to get into makeup and people would tell me a little goes a long way, and I just always remembered that, and it really does. This is my everyday look. So I don't like to do a whole lot of steps. I like to keep it minimal, as I've said, but also really pretty to where it's like, is she wearing makeup? She obviously is, but like, wow. I also really like the Your Skin But Better effect. Your skin but better, your hair but better. It's just like a little bit of enhancement on what you already have. So I just moisturized with this Rhode Barrier Cream, Barrier Butter. I love Rhode. You will see a lot of Rhode in my makeup routine. Love it. Also, if I'm really wanting to be super glowy, I'll go in with the Welada Skin Food. This is also really good. I'm just gonna put a little bit of that under my eyes and above my eyes, just to give my eyes a little bit more moisture. I'll just place my concealer on my chin, under my eyes, spot treat any pimples that I have, and then a little bit like above my eyebrow. And first I'll blend it in with my finger, and then I'll go in with a damp beauty blender. I feel like my middle school self again doing my makeup, because I used to post makeup videos and stuff. I took them down because it was just a little bit cringy and I didn't want that out there for everyone to see, but it was kind of cute. As I get older, I'm like, aw, that was a little bit cute, you know? For foundation, I have been using the Haus Labs foundation. I have it in the sample size because I went to Sephora, and over the summer I've just been like figuring out what foundation I really love and what foundation works well with my skin. This Haus Labs foundation, I think it's my favorite so far. It's dewy, but not to the point where after a couple hours of your face getting oily, it's like the makeup just completely falls off of your face. There's some foundations that I've tried that are like that, and I tend to have more oily skin, I would say. So it's really good to find a foundation that isn't matte, but also isn't gonna melt off my face within an hour being on. Something really, really big for me is clean brushes. I used to not really pay a whole lot of attention to that and maybe clean my brushes like every 2 weeks, but now it's almost every time I do my makeup, every time I use my brushes, I will clean them before, unless I'm like absolutely in a rush, then it just has to wait. But the concealer that I use is the Fit Me concealer. I also really like the Maybelline Rewind Eraser, something like that. I used to use that in concealer and then a darker shade for my bronzer. It is a good dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury contour. And then I go in with this Rhode bronzer in Sunbed. This is absolutely heavenly. I don't know what I did without this in my life before. It's so good. It's the perfect amount of like bronzy makeup, but also really subtle and effortless. Since I've been into makeup for a long time, as a little child, not a little child, but you know, middle school self, I have tried a lot of products, and experimented with what I really love and what I look for in makeup, and Rhode literally hits everything that I look for. It's so good. Continuing the Rhode products, I use the blush in Piggy, and I'll just put that above the bronzer just a little bit. I usually put a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury highlighter on my highlight area, but I don't have it with me right now. It's back in Ohio. I'm gonna put just a little bit more blush on. Okay, I'm gonna take the Beauty Blender now and just blend that all together. A huge part of makeup is blending and making sure that there's no fine lines. I do my brush, and then to blend it all together for that effortless, seamless look, I'll go in with a damp Beauty Blender. If you go in without it damp, expect a really bad outcome. My mother's calling. Hi.
Hi, pretty girl.
Aww. To set my face, I sometimes will do setting powders like the white ones. I have the Huda Beauty setting powder, which I've used for years and I really love it. I don't have that with me as well, so I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Paris Fresh Wear Foundation Powder in shade True Beige. And I'll just put that under my eyes and just set it in the places that I would put setting powder. Okay, I'm gonna put this lip stain on. It's the Sachi Beauty in Hazel. While that's setting on my lips, I know I look really scary, but I'm gonna do my eyebrows and my mascara. I've been using the e.l.f. Brow Lamination for my brows, and it is so good. It's a really good product if you like the Refy brow gel, but you don't want to spend a ton of money on that because brow gels are actually really expensive. I like the e.l.f. one though because it's affordable and also it's just really good. Look at the difference. It's amazing. And then I'll take a little brush and just make sure there's no creasing on my brows. There we go. Mascaras are the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara and then the Maybelline Lash Stiletto. I've used the Stiletto ever since middle school. It's just amazing. And what I'll do is I'll put a little bit of Telescopic on just to prep my lashes. The first coat is really about like just structuring your lashes and getting them to the place where you want them. And then you can build from that. I use the Lash Stiletto to just kind of build that volume and like depthness to it. And then I'm gonna go back in with the Telescopic and focus it on the outer parts so that then there's kind of like a nice flare to them. There we go. And then I'm gonna clean my eyelids off with the same brush that I used to clean my brows. At this time, I would put setting spray on my face, but guess what? I don't have it with me. It's in Ohio. Everything is set with that powder, then everything should be fine. I am going to go in with the glazing fluid by Rhode and just put it on the highlight parts of my face to make sure that it looks clean, effortless, glowy. I'll also put a little bit under my eyes. I feel like it just brightens my face up. Oh my gosh, I forgot the newest addition to my makeup routine, the Rhode Highlight Milk. This is also phenomenal. I'm gonna use that as well for my highlight, but sometimes I'll put it with my foundation. I don't really have like a set lip routine that I do all the time. It's usually either one of two combos. When I want to do like a very nude lip combo, I will go in with the Sachi Beauty Hazel Lip Stain, the L'Oreal Paris Lip Liner in AU Natural, then the Iodom Guava Fresca lip product. I love this so much because the applicator is so cool on the lips, so refreshing. And that is pretty much what I do. I will sometimes just put the liquid glazing fluid or the glazing milk on my chest to just finish it off. And that is it. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I love making makeup videos and talking about makeup and all things girly. So hopefully I'll have some more video ideas that I can film, kind of like this one. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.